Good day and welcome back to a new episode of Captain of Industry, and this is episode 15 of this beautiful series on my beautiful map. That sounds a bit weird because it's my own map. Even though I think it's a pretty good looking map, to be honest, especially for a first time. I made the map before this sort off. It was like only this part, and then I lost it because I somehow saved it wrong or something. Anyways, the rest of the map is all made afterwards, and it still looks good. So yeah, now we are in trouble still. I'm not gonna deny that at all. We are struggling with Unity now because we're still trying to get as little food consumed as we can, which does mean we have a bit of a problem. But what I do want to do is get some desalination going. Let's see. Sulfur and yeah, it's a lot of burning off as well. So that's one thing I do not like as much, even though it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Let's see. This could be done with like wood chips. I do not want to make it basic, but the basic distiller because it makes you 60 and 6 coal to get 27 sorry 27 diesel. This one uses 60 and some steam. You get all that stuff, and the medium oil you use with some steam to get 36 diesel and light oil, and all the other oil can only be used in like burning or the next, which is still not here because that is gonna be all the way here, which requires a new research lab, which is the problem here mostly. Because here you can use light oil and naphtha, and if you go here you can use heavy oil. So yeah, we're still not at that point. So it's either burn a whole lot or just deal with it like this. Like so. Then we just take a beautiful lift again. Okay, and you put this one there, this there, this there. And then it's a very simple fix by just placing a loose storage down. It empties in there. And get a new U shape. And a new U shape. Yes. Then we get to go back in here, get our rubber maker. Like this. Directly go in there. Let's see. And get to this again. The pipe balancer? Yes. And give priority to this one. No, this one. Why? Because then we could put this like here. Look like this. And then lift this one up to this height. And put it over. Easily put this in, and this in. Pull the diesels. Obviously we're gonna move this as close to base as we can. And we get, how many do we get from this? 36, so we do need either 3 small ones or 1 big one. Where is that one? Here, takes 20, takes 20 as well. So 1 big one is this. Okay, let's put that here. Okay. And this. And then the last thing we need to do is get a storage 2. Fluid storage 2 as well. Let's shorten this out a little bit. And move it back a tiny bit. Okay, and then we just need to change this one into some flat conveyors. Or get some flat conveyors. And see if this lines up perfectly. It does. Okay. Then we need to upgrade at least some pipes eventually. Let's start building this part. And this part. Like so. All the belts, pipes, and that stuff. Balancers. Why so? Because, well, those are the most important in the end of the day. Although we're not done yet, we now need to go to recycling again. Just get a liquid dump. Always a bit more difficult than you think. Not fit perfectly. But the recipes to the correct one is a bit messy. Get to the highest point. Then we lower it down again and get it here. Why do that? Because that just looks best. Okay. Like why I'm not putting it in more rush is because we don't need to. In the sense of we have still like 25,000 left. We didn't do much since last episode, so this episode is gonna be more in the case of like getting all the things that need to be built rather than anything else. Also, it is gonna help if I can take this apart. I'm not going to yet because, well, we still can use 34 grand. Also, these are just gonna be actually paused in case of this. Yeah, I would say it. They are not gonna bump up anything until I need to. And for power, we don't have the big diesel yet. Where is it? Large generators, fuel away. So that's gonna be used for backup power. This is so high because then they can reach this for the coal, which is gonna be imported directly from here, as far as this is still gonna be here at that point. I don't know. At least I want to have this built up fully before it goes wrong and we run out of crude oil here. Like, yeah. This is also a significant bit further, so that's also gonna be difficult. Let's see. You're gonna be keep you 8 and make you urgent. Why though? Not really a reason, just that this makes a lot of mechanical parts, so it seems like the best way. And therefore I'm also doing this. Urgent, and this is urgent. You're gonna collect a lot of iron. So if you upgrade you are gonna get a big boost. Okay, where are our red parts? I want to boost you though, because well, we need a lot of white parts, and yeah, problems. Okay, we have 18 yellow parts. It's a decent number. Let's turn you off for a minute. A little boost in fertilizer, even though we don't have enough food for that. We like 1 or 2 farms away from stable food is this rate. But I want this one to be sped up significantly. Even though due to how busy it is, we can't really do that. Assign trucks. Not 10. 5. Not 10. 5. Accept assign only, accept assign only. If we do that, maybe, just maybe, we can fix it. By not allowing more trucks to be working on this than we have here. So they spread their responsibilities out a lot more. I hope. Okay, and this needs concrete, which is the problem, because it's not being brought in. Not enough, at least. Like, sometimes you just don't know what's happening. We're back in trouble again, and we're trying to fix it. And how many mosquitoes are in my room? Like, there's always one flying around, isn't there? It's just... Sorry, I get always distracted by these things. In the past 24 hours, I killed about 12 mosquitoes in my room. There is yet one flying around. And I don't know why and where it comes from, because, well, there's no place it can come from, except for outside of my room, which is, yeah, horrible. I hope not. I want to boost you, but I also don't. I want to build you, but I also don't. Like, we're slowly getting through this, obviously, very slowly. We're getting through it, I hope. Another maintenance, yeah, that's the problem. That is a very bad thing to have. Somehow the trucks are way too busy. I don't even know for what they are. They are. Oh yeah, they are for this. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff going on. Not enough of it is urgent though, so they don't drive here with only 2. They drive here with apparently 12. 64 for just 1 belt? What? It is gonna be expensive. Well, it is. Yeah, it says to go somehow. It's kind of the only way I can think of getting it going. Yeah, the only thing it annoys me about is that the trucks just don't seem to want to drive around enough. Urgent you. There's like too many routes. I really need to start making like a small factory here. A basic factory. I really need to. I don't want to, but I need to at this rate. But also, I know that this is gonna be taken apart very soon. Everything needs to be hooked up to one big factory eventually, but we can't due to the redesign of the factory very soon. I didn't really think of glass when I made it, which is a pretty big mistake because glass is very necessary in the factory because it's gonna eventually make a lot of resources you're gonna need for later stages in the game. Also, let's just clear up a bit more of this marking. I don't like these markings on the map, at least not to see them when I'm in this thing if they don't have a use. And since they already have been dug up, those places, they don't have a use. So yeah, everything is doing pretty damn great. Everything is moving along very smooth. Apart from that I'm struggling significantly with like resources. That doesn't like really sound like it's smooth, but it apart from that, the resources which are necessary but not super dangerous to not have, it's still smooth. Like the only thing that's dangerous is my food situation. I don't want to turn it on again, but I don't have enough food production. And as long as I am not good on the yellow parts and the red parts, I can't upgrade my farms to irrigated ones. So yeah, and also I'm trying to just quickly get as much white parts going for now, because well, this as much as I can go, as much I can get going, the better it is. The more, the better. Because there's a lot of resources that has to go into all these things. A lot. Okay, and I almost want to do this one, even though I'm gonna do this one. It's gonna take a while though to get all of this built, because they all take 38 to just build up, which is insane. Glass is going very well. The belts are being built up more and more. It's very slow, especially as long as the white parts are not all in their locations where they need to go. Like as long as I'm needing white parts directly in construction, yellow parts won't be made and won't be put into construction locations. It's a bit annoying, but it's the truth. But at the same time, research is significantly more expensive, I think, if I did that right. Let's go to the difficulty. Research skills, yes, I made it the most expensive version there is. Yeah, is everything good? Like food consumption here. Let's get the farm you just to go back to normal. Well, normal. Back to what we used to have, which should be good. We have 4 months of food left. Ugh, that's scary. But we have a lot of crops at this point in all the places. You're temporarily going to go full for the potatoes because, well, this part. There's no trees being planted. Sorry, the game again closed off. Somehow that happens once every while. It's a bit annoying, but it happens. We can deal with it, I guess. Okay, this is going fine. It's a very slow process, but it's a process. And it's having a certain speed that's doable. Also, this is not expensive, so I don't really care doing this right now. Just takes a bit of concrete and a little bit of white parts. Concrete is not a problem. Okay, copper I want to continue again. It's almost empty, so let's make them dig up some copper again. It's very limited, it's just a little bit, but it's good. Let's get 2 more trucks on the rock, because it clearly is not enough what we have on it. They are struggling very much. The dirt is obviously too many trucks. Way too many. Like 1 truck I think will do, maybe it's just too few trucks, but the rock is just not enough, and all the other trucks around also are not enough. Okay, let's try and get our population up again, because we clearly are in a bit of a at a limit where we cannot lose more pups, because otherwise we will be in major trouble, given that there is no workers, and that we are going to get this one. On the way is 6 workers, and this one is 6 workers, this one's 1 worker, and this whole area over here is gonna get some workers going. So yeah, all that together is we need way more new pups to keep up. My goodness, there is so much rock required for all these things. Let's see. Ooh, it actually is moving very fast because it's not even that deep here. It's pretty shallow due to the sand. And sand doesn't really stack well on top of each other. It's a very shallow slope, so there isn't much to fill. This is a lot more to fill, but it's doing very fine. Okay, sand is slowly depleting in what I've marked. That's fine. This is slowly progressing through the hills, but it also is progressing through these hills. The mix of those two, which is not the best, takes a lot longer. It's a double its job. Okay, more white parts, like I said. I'm sending most white parts as much white parts in as I can, which is just a very slow process, but it's a process that is very necessary because, well, without them we cannot really do anything. They're focused on any random thing here at this point. This is no maintenance, so that's good. We can keep that on. They don't take maintenance right now, or barely any. 0.017 is not really a serious amount of maintenance. Okay, that's... We don't need 2 though, but I'm still gonna get 2. And another one. With 24, and you are going to the pumps. Great. Maybe you can finish the pumps. No, you can't. Okay. Sometimes this takes longer than I expect it to take. 2 and 10. That's a weird. Why take 2 trucks if you already don't have enough trucks? Just sending 1 truck, and it isn't even enough. This moment I want to just insta finish. Oh, we don't have enough concrete in there? Yes, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep clicking, it hurts my ears as well. Probably it hurts your ears too. Can we buy yellow parts or white parts? We cannot. Okay. Like that, we can use them to buy other things, but we cannot buy other things or we use other things to buy them. That's the one thing I'm a bit not happy about. Oh my goodness, the amount of rock just steamrolling through is insane. We still need to keep digging because, well, need to fill this in eventually. And we need to make room for new buildings. So once this pipe is gone, I'm gonna lower this to 3, by the way. From here, like to here, 3, and then slowly remove every bit of layer in every other area. But for that, we also need another area for our farms. Let's get you back down. And let's see. No disease, so let's lower you down. Okay. You need mostly rock again. You need mostly coal. And rock we have problems with. Oh, we can get some rock going every once in a while. But mostly dirt, so yeah. Not the greatest. Excavator has no fuel, I don't even know how. But yeah, it's sometimes a bit weird. Now it goes faster because we are getting closer to the point where we don't need more white parts. Even though we still need like 60 more before you get into yellow. Which is quite some. It's even pulsed. Wait, are we bringing in the white parts we need? No, we don't even have a single truck bringing in any of them. Huh. Odd. Oh, now you are. Oh no, you're not. Never mind. What? But this thing is not even being considered. That's weird. Oh, anyways, we need yellow parts mostly anyways. For plenty of locations, so yeah. And we cannot fix this one though. Not unless we have glass, and for that we need a lot of red parts and a lot of yellow parts. About another 150 yellow parts and another 200 red parts. This needs another 160. Also, if you're still questioning why I have this, not have it lifted up to the same height, because we need to also expand this way, and for that we need something at that height in order to actually get the random stuff like this going on this height. Otherwise we need to make a ramp, and now we already have a ramp down, so why not? Just extra work, extra time, extra slow stuff. Nice. Also, you see how slow how it's called? You can just see how slow copper is going. So for now, we don't need much copper. We only have this little gap here, whilst we have this whole gap for the iron and this whole gap for the coal. That's why I have huge iron ore, huge core, well, reasonably big, and an iron core over here, and a core here, iron ore there. And only a couple ore all the way on this corner, because eventually you're gonna need it, definitely, but not as quickly as you think. You definitely gonna need it, not immediately. So it is a bit pushed to the corner, so you can also, it's not in the way as much, because you're not gonna need it, you're not gonna dig it out, so it's always gonna be in the way if it's somewhere else. Like, it could have put it here, but that would be incredibly in the way. Or I could have put it here, which is not necessarily in the way, but it's still more in the way than that is. Or I could have put it here, which is absolutely horrendous. Also, got some more iron here as well. And not getting any copper anywhere else than here. And then all the way back towards this island, obviously, and this side of this island here. Eventually, of course, although this island is not really meant for early contracts for either crude oil or copper or iron or coal, it is eventually, of course, gonna get to that if you play long enough or use enough and not play along, because, well, it changes per person, obviously. Every person has their own pluses and, yeah, has their own talents, and my talents are mostly in playing it like I enjoy it. Because, well, I still have to play it, and if I don't enjoy it, I very quickly drop something. Which is not a good trait, but also not a bad trait in case of gaming, I guess. Because gaming is not the best thing to do in your free time. So if I don't enjoy it, I drop it. At least I'm not gaming anymore in my free time. Even though I do enjoy gaming. I just want to actually enjoy it. So I'm not gonna play how most YouTubers are gonna play. I'm gonna play slow and steady and not make huge builds anytime soon. It's a choice, and like, everyone has their own style. I just hope you guys like this style a little bit more. It's easier to follow along, I would guess, especially for newer players. I try to record as much and I cut out as little as I can. Yeah, so there's gonna be some silent moments. There's gonna be some jittering moments maybe, because, well, the game sometimes glitches out. I'm not gonna look up where that happens afterwards, whilst I'm going to put it up in better, slow, not constantly quiet moments pieces. Also, this is gonna work out fine, I guess, because it has more stuff stored in here, and we don't have as much time for it anymore as I hoped, but we still have 24,000 left in there. Beginning of the episode we had about 36,000, so it's about 2 episodes left for it to run out. In 2 episodes we need to have this completely running and started up. Maybe if everything is built up, we can put like a coal one here so they don't drive as far. I'm not sure. Maybe. Get you. Okay, now all the white parts are built up, so now it's gonna make a lot of yellow parts, I hope. And go for that. Because we need to start getting into the glass, because I cannot buy glass until we have red parts, which we don't have. So, and we need the red parts obviously as well for the glass, because a single glass maker costs 100. So the right numbers should be 300 just for glass makers, 360 just for the smelters for the glass. Yeah, nice. And double the iron one at least. And add one more for copper and add one more for steel. Preferably double the steel. It's gonna get a lot more expensive very soon. That's also why I want to upgrade some of these farms to the irrigated ones, because we don't have, like, this is what I mean. I said it last episode. They can't keep up fully with the two farms. It empties this one partially as well every so often. So we only can have one more irrigated farm with our rain catchers we've got here. Especially because I also lowered the efficiency of them. Now, it didn't significantly lower the efficiency, but it did lower it some. It was like 2.7, now it's 2.1 each. So we did lose like 16 times 6 is 6.10, about 10.4 or something. I don't know. I'm just very quick. I didn't even see if I was correct. Like a small 10 water a month we lose up on if it rains for a full month. It's not huge or something, but it's still significant in the long run. Also, sometimes they're just like some does appear around sometimes. This is a very slow process, and until it has done this. Until then, it's very stagnant. Doesn't really do much. Look, I really enjoy that we are making actual great progress here now. Progress. And great progression. This is still very slow, but once this is done, we're moving over to this one fully. And what that means is that this one will be filled in no time. Well, no time is a big word, but it will fit in a very quick, very quick rate compared to what it has been the last couple of years of this world. Okay, look, this small thing costs 16 yellows. That would never cost over 3 with a ramp. But yeah, a ramp also takes up 3 places, so you cannot make it this tight. It's a bit messy, it's a bit more spaghetti than I would like to be. But we have to do something, I guess, and it's also temporarily, like it always is. Because the moment I can get my naphtha going, I have the resources to build those things. It's gonna go and be replaced by naphtha. I'm just gonna get a lot of pipes out to here. To actual distillation. Dude, look, this is so much more effective. Like with 60 or with like 180, I don't know. 180 a month, you can make like 200 fuel, whilst without distillation you use 180 a month and you get 27 times 3 is a small 81 fuel. It's not even half. So yeah, it's so much more efficient. That's not gonna be for next episode. It's gonna be for a, yeah, not that future episode, but also not episode, yeah, not in like 2 or 3 episodes, maybe more, because we still have to completely redo our factory, build this, rebuild this, remove this. Yeah, a lot of stuff to do. Okay, so yellows are constantly being built now, hopefully fast enough. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly how much I can do. And how much I need, especially. But that's for next episode, I guess. Because we're pretty much done this episode. And I want to say goodbye to everyone as soon as I find my tree cutter. Hello? Here you are. Huh. Still full. I need way more sharks. Yeah, I want to say goodbye to everyone. Please leave a like, please subscribe if you liked it, and if you're coming back anyways, subscribing is free and you can always change your mind again. Liking will just help me and show show support that I actually am doing something good, I hope. And well, I enjoyed this episode quite a bit because we did do quite a lot. We built this one up, mostly. The only things left are the buildings that actually produce stuff. We got a lot more dumped. We got a lot more dumped here. We are slowly progressing through to the glass. We are still struggling with food a little bit. It's not as big of a problem as it used to be, but it's still a problem. This is still not done because we're stuck pretty much on the red parts, which only can get going once all the yellow parts are being dumped into the place where they can be dumped. And apparently they prioritize this. So until then, I hope you please liked it, and I hope to see you next episode. Bye bye.